afforded some people like pull up on me and drive off and look all paranoid.
Yeah.
You know, I was part of my agent at the time. But I was in a cemetery over here, and I didn't sleep. I never slept. I was outside, but I never slept.
Yeah.
I never lay on the ground. I never pushed a cart. I never slept on the ground. I don't even know if I even slept at times. I just sat up all night. Obviously, I had to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But I've never laid on the ground. I never pushed a cart.
Yeah.
I slept here with my dad one time. I fell asleep, right? And then he came to me in my dream. I slept. Now that time I did fall asleep on the grass, right? And that time I did lay in front of my dad because I almost felt like I was gonna give up. Like I was so tired, so exhausted. Now mind you, I'm not getting high.
Yeah.
I'm not doing drugs. I'm not drinking. I wasn't even smoking weed. I was all natural. On probation, I wasn't even smoking weed. That was all natural. I didn't have a car then. I didn't even get my SSI until about 10 months after me being out. So you know what that tells you. And Dina tried her best to keep me in motels at times. And when I did get my SSI, I was only in the room for a week, maybe 2, because they're talking about the room's cost.
Yeah.
And then you're outside. Yeah. So one time I was sitting over here in that little round thing in the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting over here. And I guess now I know what I know now. The car that pulled in here, obviously the sidewalk car pulled at night, went up that way. Goes in, but he never came and talked to me. But I was telling myself in my head, I wonder who that is, right? I wonder who that is, right? And he never came and talked to me. But when I moved over here, I was just so tired, bro, and I finally laid on the ground. I mean, I sat up, slept at bus stops, and now we don't have bus stops no more. You know what I'm saying? They took them away. They took the cover off, too. First they took the cover, then it was the bus stop itself. Remember?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you can't even sit.
I know.
That's fucked.
I know,
They
right?
broke that bus down. They broke that bus stop down piece by piece.
Man.
The city did. First it was the cover where you can go get rained on. Then it was the bus stop itself. Then it was just a seat. Remember?
It's like
remember?
Yeah.
It was just a seat on no deck, and it was gone.
That's like them taking benches and tables out of Allen Wade to keep the homeless away.
Yeah, man.
So no one can sit.
Yeah, where are you supposed to go? Just go roll in the dirt somewhere?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, that was crazy.
Man.
I don't know what that thing's supposed to be. It's supposed to be Jesus, but look at it though. What's on his head?
I know.
Part of the crown of thorns. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's just hard to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm gonna see my dad. I guess we're gonna light the blunt real quick.
Yeah. You want to light it?
I can light it. Yeah, I'm gonna light it with him. We can come over there.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, so I finally walked over here around that time. I was 6 months I was on probation, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to go see my dad. And I laid right here, right? And I laid down. Remember I told you that story many times? Remember? In front of my dad. I told you hella times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just laid down and my dad.
You get those off, man.
But
I was trying that one.
But I went over here and I laid in front of my dad's wall.
Yeah.
And I laid in the grass. And in my dream, my dad came to me. He goes, "Get up, son. Get up." I swear to God.
Man.
I swear on everything I love, on Jesus himself. My dad came to me. He goes, "Son," he came to me real quick, like a flash. It was my dream, my vision, or my dream. I wasn't asleep. He came to me and goes, "Son, get up, son." Right? And I opened my eyes. And then that's when the guy was walking, right? He goes, "We're doing we're having a funeral today. You can't be hanging around here." I guess they must have saw me before on cameras hanging around, right? He goes, that's when I told my Aunt Kathy. My Aunt Kathy was like, "Man, you can hang out there all damn day you want. It's not closed. That cemetery's open. You go in all hours of the night to go visit your dad. You're the one that put him there. You own your dad's resting spot. You have every right to be there." You know what I'm saying? That's what Kathy said. And then my Uncle Donald was like, "Well, that's part because Kathy's the one that got me out of Vallejo in 2014. Then she brought me to Fairfield. She came and got me at the parole office. But my Uncle Donald was like, "Well, that's because RJ is that they you know what I'm saying? They don't want you to. They think people are going to desecrate the graves, mess it up, right?"
True, too,
So I was just talking. My Uncle Donald and my Aunt Kathy really looked out for me. If it wasn't for them, Kathy got me out of Vallejo. You know what I'm saying? She just came and got me so I can get started. You know what I'm saying? And it had to be God. I know it was my dad because I'm telling you, I swear to you on my soul.
Yeah.
My dad came to me. He came to me in my dream. I was asleep right in front of his wall, right before he rested. I was asleep on the grass. I finally laid down.
Yeah.
And then I guess I must have fell asleep, and I guess it was getting ready to be daybreak, like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And my dad came to me and goes, "Get up, son. Get up, son." And I woke up, Right when he was saying that to me in my dream, he had a flash. He came now I told you he came to me before, remember?
Yeah.
When I was in front of IHOP.
Yeah.
When I finally was getting tired.
Yeah.
And I finally laid down on the bench, he came to me then.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, the moment then Dina had just came and got me, matter of fact, from IHOP that morning and took me out to eat for breakfast. Remember I told you that?
Yeah.
Dina came all the way from Oakland because she was going wherever she was coming from anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know where really, but she was coming. I'm assuming somewhere in the Bay Area, and she's coming.
Yeah.
And she called me. She said, "Hey brother, where you at? I'm getting ready to go home. I'm going to stop. I go, I'm at IHOP at the bus stop. So I'm on my way. I'll be there in 15 minutes. So I'm going to take you to get some breakfast." My sister Dina.
Yeah.
And then after she dropped me back off, it was real cold then too. It was real cold. That's around Christmas time. Okay. That was around December. Okay. That year was freezing.
Yeah.
That was like 2016. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was cold. Yeah. Or 2015. It was freezing. Yeah. I used to go in CVS try to stay warm, and that fat security guard kicked me out.
Oh yeah.
Fat one.
Oh, yeah.
I told you he was chasing somebody, he almost fell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not the guy that works.
No.
He don't work there no more, but it was the security guard one. Yeah. Remember he's heavy. So anyway, when Dina dropped me back off, I loaned Dina some money, whatever, and she paid me back, and I just was just full from eating breakfast. And then I laid down. I just looked at the bitch, and I told you my motto was never to lay down, or else I'm gonna stay down.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna lay on the ground, or else my motto. Even the doctor said, he told all those J cats, he was like, "Hey man, you know what this guy's motto was?" He goes, tell him please." I go, "My motto was, I'm not gonna ever lay on this ground, because if I lay on the ground, I'm gonna stay on the ground." And that's what drove me. Right. But obviously, human nature, you're gonna get tired. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So I looked at the bench at IHOP, and it looked so peaceful, that bench.
Yeah.
And I was sitting at the bus stop, and it's right next to me. So I'm like, man, that bench looks cool, man. I just ate breakfast. Dina took me to breakfast. So I guess I must have started laying down, and I was laying back like this. I guess I must have just finally fell asleep that quick. Man. That's how tired I was. And my dad came to me again. He goes, "Get up, son. Get up." And when I got up, police drove by. 5 of them.
Dang. Yeah.
I swear to God. Yeah. I swear to God. On North Texas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I woke up and I sat up and I looked behind me and there's 3, 4, 5 cops going like this. I guess they're looking for somebody. But fucking my dad came to me in a flash. And that time there was a big bright flash light behind him. Like there wasn't like a light. It was like a clear, like heavenly light behind him. I swear on my grandma, grandpa, on Jesus himself. Wow. On Jesus' soul himself. On Jesus himself. Man. Earthly and divine. Yeah. That's how serious I am. I finally was feeling it, and my dad came to me in my vision again. He goes, "Get up, son. Get up." But this time he stepped out of something. He stepped out of a bright light. And he had his jacket on. He looked real healthy. He was big. He looked healthy. He had his black jacket on, like I always remembered him. And he had a bright light behind him. And now, mind you, he's stepping out of it, right? And he goes, "Get up, son. Get up." And when I woke up, I sat up, looked behind me. There's 4 or 5 cops. I swear to God. Wow. I swear on Jesus himself. Yep. Wow. I'll never forget it. Twice he came to me like that, here and at IHOP. And then the time he really first came to me is when he passed away. And immediately he came to me. Remember I told you that story a bunch of times. Remember when he passed away? I cried and cried in his room, and I cried myself to sleep, and my Aunt Vicky was holding me. It's like, "It's okay, Ronnie Jr., you can cry. You can cry, Ronnie Jr., you can cry." And I was crying and crying and crying. I felt like my heart was ripped out my chest. My best friend, my dad, he was my world. He was everything to me. He still is. Yeah. I think about him every day like it was just yesterday. He was my life. He was the only one that ever really understood me. He had my back in the streets. He beat people up for me that jumped me. And I mean, he was my He-Man. I never had nothing to be worried about. When my dad was around, even when he was sick, and when he was older now, even around my friends, I felt so safe. That's not the power of my dad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because he was so much of a gangster. Right. Just like my Aunt Vicky is a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Captain will tell you straight up, "Ronnie Jr., I'm a square." Right. I don't do that. I don't know how you and my brother do it. I don't know how you, Vicky, you guys, I wouldn't know what to do, Ronnie Jr., if I was out there like that. And Kathy's another one that had my back. Kathy always had my back. Came give me some money every now and then, food. Yeah. Have Uncle Donald pick me up to make sure I'm on, my phone, everything's charged up. You know? Nah, and then the trials you went through, and you met homeless. You know what I'm saying? And now look where we've come. And then you lost your dad 3-4 years ago, right?
Yeah, it's been 6 years.
Yeah,
Now.
6 years ago. So you know what I'm going to do. You know what we're going to do. We're going to do it day in almost together. It's a different scenario, but fucked up people living in your house, fucked up people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A little different situation, but same scenario. You know?
Yeah.
You know? Oh man, some of these flowers feel, man, I don't know who they belong to, man. I guess I'll put them here, maybe hopefully the person come get them in spirit. I don't know where they came from. Put them there, somebody. Oh man, I forgot to bring my grandpa flower too for Father's Day. Dang. It's all right. I can go get him next. Well, we're gonna see your dad, right? Tomorrow. We're gonna see your dad tomorrow. Okay. I'll just come see grandpa then. What? Damn it. Oh man. Grandpa's flower. Happy Father's Day, Grandpa. I gotta fix it when I can. Oh man, I hope it don't fly over. It's real windy out here. He got his flag up there still. Happy Father's Day, Grandpa. I'll come back and see you again tomorrow. Okay? I love you, Grandpa. Happy Father's Day. Hey, Grandma. Love you. I don't know if I can fix that, huh? Let's get gone. Huh? Yeah. Love you, Grandpa. Oh, they got the stick out here now, Dan. Huh? They got the stick out here now.
Okay.
Hey, Pop. He still got his flowers up there I gave him. Dan. Oh. These ones. Hey, Papa. Take these ones down. These ones are... I'll keep them, Pop, okay? Hey, Papa. Here we go. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Hey, Pop, how you doing? Just wanted to come see you for Father's Day. You know? Big Papa, how you doing, man? Love you, man. It's been a long time. You know? I think of you every day. You know? Kathy wants me to take her to go meet your brother Eric, my uncle who I never met. I heard from Auntie Vicky, Dad. Auntie Vicky and Roger are hanging in there. Roger hasn't been doing too good, Auntie Vicky said, but they're hanging in there, Dad. Mom's hanging in there. Dina's doing a good job taking care of little Shamori. Hey, Tank, your grandson. He's got so big. Every time I talk to him, I think of the boys like they're kids still, and they're not. They're grown men. Oh shit! I just wanted to tell you that I love you, Papa. Yeah, I miss you. I think of you every day. I'll see you again soon. I'll see you again, Papa, but not yet. But soon. Okay? I love you, Papa. And I miss you. I'm bringing my rag. Oh, yeah, that's right. I love you, man. Look at that. Yeah. Best friend in the whole world with me, Dad. He tell me about watch out for fake friends and fake people, and he's a real one, Dad. He's a real good friend. My only friend. Now here with me. I really had a real friend until you, Pop. I miss you, Dad. I miss you every day. I'll see you soon. Love you, Papa.
Yeah, that's them.
Make this so windy. Love you, Papa! HB! Hammer Blood. I'm gonna have to take Daniel to meet Auntie Vicky and Roger soon. And we're going to Dina's barbecue. Ah! And the one's my pop. Ah! Okay, I'm called the weed. I'm gonna get my levels down for surgery. Love you, Papa! Happy Father's Day! Love you, Pop!